Hello, my kin. My name is Kin Ping, but you can call me Kin, and I have. Wait a minute. There you go. Okay, I don't know why those colors were so different, but I'm back with another. I'm back with another tier list today, and this time it is more DC costumes, but this time we're doing Wonder Woman instead of Damian Wayne. My Damian Wayne one, I really enjoyed doing, and I mean it's average popularity for a small channel of my size. So, you know, I thought I'd do this one because I think would be more fun because I know my Wonder Woman costumes better than I know my Damian costumes because I actually don't have many Damian Wayne comic books. Anyway, I'll say it before I start the tier list. I did not create this tier list. This tier list was made by this person here. So I'm not claiming that I made this at all. I'm just using it, and kudos to the person who made it because it is a pretty good tier list. All these costumes are pretty good. And just like last time with the Damian Wayne tier list, I'll put a photo of the costume that we're ranking at whatever certain time we're ranking it at, so you can see the costume and closer up and don't have to squint at your screen and be like an inch away from it and everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. This isn't scripted. I don't know where I'm going to put all these different costumes. It'll be interesting to see. Also, disclaimer, some of these costumes aren't actually Diana Prince. They're all technically Wonder Woman costumes, but they're not all Diana Prince. Like Wonder Woman's mum, Yara, Flor, all some different characters there, as well as Cassie Sandsmark and stuff like that from Deceased. So, without further ado, we should get on to it. And the first one is this one here, which is Wonder Woman's appearance in the DC animated universe. So just like Damian Wayne, she's probably one of my favorite characters in the DCAU. I think she's really cool, and her suit, even though it's more of a basic suit and looks, I'm not sure if it's the New 52 costume, but it looks a fair amount like a costume that she's had in the comics. I can't exactly remember which one it is, but I think it's cool. Very simple, and I think the dark blue works well. Also, it's really interesting having a Wonder Woman costume that isn't gold, that has no gold in it, and this one has no gold in it, but I do really like it. So I'm going to put it in very good, because it's not, yeah, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing bad with it, but it's not awesome level, because you can't fault this suit. It is a good suit, good costume. It's just that it doesn't have anything that really stands out. Next one. Now, believe it or not, this is actually Wonder Woman, and I did actually research this earlier, but I've forgotten what world it's from. It's not from any of the mainstream worlds, I'm pretty sure. It's an Elseworld. I can't remember the name of the one, sorry about that. But yeah, it's not Wonder Woman. Like, I'm ranking Wonder Woman costumes. I'm not ranking like Diana Prince costumes, you know? And so that's the reason I'm going to put it in bad, because you can't tell it's Wonder Woman. Like I said with Damian Wayne in my last tier list, if a costume doesn't look like the character, then what's the point of making the costume? And so even though that costume isn't a bad costume, does it make you think of Wonder Woman? No. So it's a bad Wonder Woman costume. And that's the same with this one as well. This is from the old TV show with Linda Carter. I mean, I haven't watched the TV show, so I'm not sure like what context the suit is in or anything like that. Doesn't really remind me of Wonder Woman, so bad. The next one is actually probably one of my more favorite ones, I think. This is from Wonder Woman, I think it's Wonder Woman Odyssey, and very good comic. I really like the comic. I think it's an Elseworld. I think the history and stuff is slightly changed in this world, but it is a really cool. I really like the suit. I think the black pants and then the black jacket over the top looks awesome, and it's more of a like, I'm not sure what the word is for it, but it's more of a, yeah, chill modern sort of look, and I really like it. So I'm going to put it in best, because I think it's a great suit, and it fits perfectly together. I mean, it's probably not my favorite suit here, but the fact that it all fits perfectly together is probably what's making me put it in best. This one is from DC Supergirls, and I've actually been meaning to watch this show for a while, but I've never got around to it, and this costume, it looks fine. I mean, There's nothing bad about it. It's a good costume and she looks like a good character in the show. Not that that matters, but it's good. It's not anything, yes, because it's basic, I'll probably just keep it in good. I mean, it's not like this one, which was doing something different with not having any gold. This is just a basic Wonder Woman costume. Not bad, not awesome. It's just a solid costume. Next one is her Bombshells one. I thought her Bombshells one was pretty good. I probably would have liked to see a more, like, I know it is going for the like World War II sort of aesthetic, but I think they could have done it just a little bit better, maybe. Not really much else to say. I have read most of the Bombshells, but I can't actually remember much about Wonder Woman's character. I think I'll put it in very good because it is doing something different like this one here, but it hasn't like done it perfectly, if you know what I mean. It hasn't made it awesome. It's just done a cool different take on Wonder Woman costume. Next one is the Justice League TV show, and this is just another, yeah, like this one here, it's just another basic Wonder Woman costume, which I'll just put in good. It is quite literally her basic look. That is, like, when you think of Wonder Woman, that is what you think of. That is the most basic Wonder Woman suit you could ever have, and it's not a bad suit, so yeah. Now, this is obviously Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and there's also this one here, so I'll probably rank these two together. I mean, they're not bad, don't worry guys, I'm just comparing them. There's not much that's actually different. I'm starting to wonder if the costume's actually different at all, so I'm just going to rank them together. I think Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman costume is pretty good, doesn't do anything different, so it's just kind of average. I'll put it in good, going by the same rules that I went for these two. A good costume, but, you know, doesn't do anything different, I think. So I'll just put it there. Now this is Linda Carter's actual costume from the Wonder Woman TV show, which I've never watched. And it's an okay costume. Like, yeah, it's okay. It looks kind of uncomfortable, if I'm going to be completely honest. So I'm going to put it in meh, because it doesn't look as cool as these ones here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put it in there. The Justice Society movie, I think this is from, which I really want to watch, but I haven't. So, sucks to be me. I do like this one. For some reason, I feel like this one does the bombshell, like, World War II sort of look better than the actual bombshell costume. I'm not sure why though, but I just think it looks really, maybe it's her hair. I think it's probably her hair which makes me prefer it, but I'm going to put it in best. I'm not entirely sure why, but I just think that it's a better looking costume. It just, like, it looks like a better Wonder Woman and a better World War II aesthetic than this one. Like, this one is probably going more Wonder, nah, it's not. I honestly don't know. I just prefer this one a bit more. Personal preference, I guess. And this is when she became a Star Sapphire. I always thought it was kind of dicky, like the helmet and the nose piece going down and then the side bits. I thought that was kind of weird. I didn't think that she needed something like that. Like, I thought her tiara was kind of enough. Making it a bit more like of a half-hearted helmet didn't really make sense to me. And plus, it doesn't look all that different from other Star Sapphires, apart from her having a little bit of gold and having her helmet crown thingy. So I'm going to put it in meh, because it's not that different from all normal Star Sapphire stuff, and there's just, they could have done a bit more with making Wonder Woman a lantern. Even if it was just like a basic Green Lantern or something, they could have just done a little bit more. We're going to this next one. Basic Wonder Woman. Very basic Wonder Woman. Basically comic book equivalent of this one here. So give it a good. And I always like seeing the lasso actually like on her suit. I think that's really cool. You can actually see it. It's because whenever she uses the lasso in movies, it's like, where did she get the lasso from? But then when you have it on her suit, that makes more sense. And it makes her look cooler because she's got like a weapon actually on her. I think that makes sense. I'm not going to put it in good. Now this is Hippolyta. I think I said that right. Hippolyta. This is Wonder Woman's mum, and this is in the new Justice League comic where she's actually playing a rather big part. She's been playing a bigger part in comics recently, just in general. Like, she's been in what was the one I just read? The Endless Winter comic, which was really good, and she was a big part in that. And apparently she's a big part in this Justice League one as well. I think it's an awesome Wonder Woman costume, but it doesn't really look like stereotypical Wonder Woman. Like, I don't think you can actually like tell that it's her. Well, you can tell that it's Hippolyta, but you can't tell that it's Wonder Woman. You just go, oh, that's Diana's mum. That's Wonder Woman's mum. Yeah, and even though it is a really cool costume and it has purple and stuff, and it just looks really nice, I can't actually put it up that high because as a Wonder Woman costume, it's not that good. So if I was ranking this just on costumes in general, I'd be putting it in best because I really like the costume. I think it's awesome. But as a Wonder Woman costume, which is like the whole point of this tier list, I'm not just ranking costumes, ranking them on like good Wonder Woman costumes. I think I'll give it a good. No. I'll give it a very good. It's a real cool Amazon costume, so I'll put it in very good. Now the Injustice one, I'm sorry, the Injustice one is just not good. Like, you can make your own Injustice ones that look really good, like, don't get me wrong, but the one they give you in Injustice 2 is just, it's just horrible. Like, yeah, so that's going in bad. Now this is Cassie Sandsmark from the Deceased comics, and she has a relationship with Damian, actually, in the Deceased, which I think is pretty cool. Batman and Wonder Woman finally getting together, just with, you know, different people being Batman and Wonder Woman. And I think it is a cool suit. I really like it because even though I don't know Cassie Sandsmark all that well, it actually, like, it makes me think of Cassie and Wonder Woman at the same time. Like, it's not entirely Wonder Woman, it's not entirely Cassie. So like I said with Damian in my other tier list, that his Batman costume looked so good because you could see him and Batman in it, and I think that's the same for this one. So even though, like, personally it's not my favorite outfit, I still really like it. I'm gonna put it in very good because I can see, like, the character in that. It's not just another copy and paste of a Wonder Woman costume. Now this is from Afterlife, I think that's the name of the volume, or Afterworld. It's a modern Wonder Woman comic, and it's when she goes to Valhalla and she's fighting alongside Norse gods and Valkyrie and shit like that. And this costume is very Norse, but even though it's very Norse, you can still tell that it's Wonder Woman. Yeah, when I look at that, I think that looks like Wonder Woman, but it also looks like a Norse warrior, a female Norse warrior, which is really cool because obviously, I don't know what exactly they've done about it. Maybe it's the tiara or just the way that, like, she has a bluish sort of skirt thing. Maybe that's what makes me really like it or prefer it to other costumes that are trying to do something slightly different. So I'm gonna put it in very good because I can imagine this being her proper, like, war costume, you know, like, this is the flashy sort of Wonder Woman costume we all know, but then if she's actually going to war and, say, like a frozen wasteland or a cold or something, this is the kind of thing she'd wear. So it's not best, I don't think it's on this level yet, but I do really like it. And this next one, from an Elseworld, of course, but I don't know what world it's actually from. I don't recognize it much, and it doesn't really look like Wonder Woman. So though it is a half decent suit, I'm going to put it there because it doesn't even look like an Amazon. It looks like some sort of bounty hunter or hit bounty hunter or like a assassin or something, you know, someone a bit like Cheshire or Lady Shiva or something. It looks like they should be in that kind of league. Like, that doesn't look like Wonder Woman, so I'm putting it in bad. Okay, next one. This is from old school Wonder Woman comics. I actually have the comic where she wears this one, and people hate on it for some reason. I don't think it's too bad. Like, obviously it's not really a Wonder Woman comic because it doesn't have the colors, but it still has, like, the symbols. You know, like, when you look at it, you can still see the symbols of Wonder Woman on it. So I don't think it's as bad as people say. Can't really imagine Diana actually wearing something like that though, so that's probably why I'm going to put it in meh, because I don't think she'd go for a black aesthetic. Like, her character just wouldn't. So even though I kind of like the outfit, it doesn't really make sense to have her in it. Yeah, Yeah, it's just not really Wonder Woman. Now this one here is her original costume. Yeah, pretty sure this is like her very first costume. I think it's awesome. Bring back the skirt. It will look awesome. I'm putting it in best. I think the original costume with the stars on the skirt and everything, I think that looked awesome. And also it looks quite a lot like this one, so this movie did really well in capturing this old costume, but also changing it up a bit to look, you know, slightly more modern, more different. So I think it's best. You can't beat the classics, you know, like the classic Batman costume, awesome. I mean, Superman's costume hasn't changed much, but classic Wonder Woman and classic Batman costumes look so cool. And I'd love to see like a modernized version of it, but it's still keeping its old school kind of look. I think it'd be really cool. Anyway, definitely putting this one in best. I really, really like that costume. Now this one, like I said with others, boom, it's going in bad because it doesn't work. Like I really like the idea, like with that one, this one, and this one. I do really like the idea of having Wonder Woman in white, you know, like she could suit it, like this one, you know. But I don't think Wonder Woman really wears white. Like it's like when you think like Donna Troy, she wears black. So like if you put Donna Troy in a uniform like this, that you know, that'd suit, that'd look okay. Artemis is like red, and then Hippolyta is like purple and white, and Diana is red, gold, and blue. Those are the like Amazon colors, and that's how you can immediately tell which Amazon it is. Because when I first saw this, I did actually think it was Donna Troy, I gotta admit. So yeah, and as soon as I saw this, I automatically knew it was Hippolyta. You just gotta get the colors right, I feel like, or you gotta do like why doesn't she have like a W somewhere? Like maybe that's a W. I don't think it is though. But why doesn't she have a W on her chest or just something simple like that that says Wonder Woman, you know? I mean, I don't actually think this is trying to be Wonder Woman. I think this is just Diana Prince in like an alternate universe or something. So it's not trying to be Wonder Woman, but you know, got to put in bad anyway. Now this is Gal Gadot in the second movie in her famous like eagle hawk costume with big wings. I didn't like it, man. I thought it was pretty average. It didn't have color. It was just gold, which, you know, is kind of cool, but I really don't like it when costumes just go half-hearted and just go completely gold. Like, is it Superman Prime or Superman 1 million or something who's just completely gold? And it's like, it's just a gold Superman. So I'm going to put it in meh. It's not bad because it obviously is Wonder Woman. The idea of giving her a battle suit with big wings and stuff is freaking awesome, but it's just not as good as the rest of these. Okay, now this one is from Rebirth. I think it's from the Rebirth Justice League, I think, or maybe that one is. I'm not sure, but this one is from the comics around about Rebirth era, I think. And it's cool. Bringing the cloak in, I think cloak is always really cool. But it's got the small skirt, which just looks really uncomfortable. Looks like kind of like, why bother wearing the skirt? Just go for something like that. Because that skirt looks really uncomfortable. I mean, I'm a dude, I don't wear skirts, but you know, just saying. But I think the cloak's awesome. I think the armor looks awesome. She just looks more like an actual warrior in this one. Like I said for this one here, like it looks like something she'd actually like fighting, because the top piece, the torso piece, looks real strong. You know, like that looks like it could take a couple hits. I'm probably just going to put it in good though, because there's nothing outstanding about it. Nothing like different or anything like that. So yeah, just put it in good. Now this one, I'm not actually sure about this one. I don't know where this is from or who this actually is, but they've got blonde hair. I'm assuming it's Cassie Sandsmark. I'm not entirely sure, but when I look at it, I don't really think Wonder Woman when I look at that one for some reason. I don't know why. So I'll put it in bad. Yeah. I'm going to put that costume in bad because it just doesn't look... I don't know why. I actually don't know why, but I just think that is a bad costume. I'm not too keen on it, so it's going in bad. Now this one was a very good costume because this one did what this one couldn't. This Injustice one tried to go for color and like a battle suit sort of look, but they just didn't do it properly. This one, however, did do it properly, and it looks freaking awesome with the blue sort of like undersuit, and then the gold armor sort of stuff, and the red, and it just looks awesome. I'm putting it in best because it is really, really cool. I can't remember what comics these are from. Maybe the Wonder Woman comics. Oh well, yeah, it probably is because the Wonder Woman behind her. But yeah, I think this costume did perfectly what this one couldn't, because this one just, yeah, this wasn't good. But this one, awesome. Definitely in my top 4 at the moment. Now, this is a really interesting costume. I'm not sure what it's from, but it looks a little bit like her Star Sapphire costume. Sorry, that took me a while, but it looks a little bit like that, and I actually think it looks better than that one. But it doesn't look this tier. So even though I don't know exactly like what this costume looks like, I haven't seen lots of pictures and stuff, I'm pretty confident in putting it in good, because I don't think it actually looks as good as any of these. Though it still has some good ideas with its aesthetic going on. Now this one, is this even an official costume? Maybe it's from one of those Lego sets, maybe? I'm not sure, but it looks okay. And it's going over, yeah, it's going over the top with the gold. You can't use gold as like a primary color because then it's just too like flashy. Like ones like these two costumes use the gold perfectly, but stuff like this doesn't work. Obviously it's Wonder Woman, so it's not going to get a bad, but it just doesn't work, so I'm going to put it in meh. This one, here we go. It's been ages looking for a picture of this one here because I thought it looked really cool, and I finally found it. This costume does look freaking awesome. It looks like a battle costume, you know? Like this is the kind of costume that you would see her going into a battle with, probably more so than this one here. It looks freaking awesome. And apparently it's Donna's armor, Infinite Crisis, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I think that is a really cool costume. So I'm going to put it in best. You got a really good look of it there, so I probably won't put a picture up on the side, but I think that looks like a really cool costume. Okay, this next one here is doing the same as what this one here did, but it doesn't have the like cool blue sort of like singlet thing going on, I guess. So that's why I'm going to put it in good. Oh, now I'll put it in good because it is obviously Wonder Woman costume. It's just like these ones here, just without the gold, and not as good as these ones here because it doesn't have the blue Under Armour that like this one does. So I'll just put it in good. Now this one is from, I want to say Earth 2, but it might be Earth 1, Earth 1 or 2. I don't think it's 0, but it's I guess it's an Elseworld sort of comic. It's just like a standalone comic, and this costume has more emphasis on like a big, I think it's a big yellow, I mean not yellow, big gold eagle sort of thing on her breastplate, and it looks pretty cool, but kind of basic. I'll just put it in good. Yeah, from what I can remember, it's an okay Wonder Woman costume, but it's just, there's just nothing different about it, so I'll keep it in good. Now this is not Diana Prince, this is Yara Flor, who's a, I think I'm saying that right, am I saying that right? Yeah, Yara Flor, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. But she's a new addition to the Wonder Woman family. She only came out maybe a year ago. Yeah, a year ago, because with the Future State stuff, I haven't read much about it. But I did read the Wonder Woman one. She seems pretty cool, good character, and her costume is kind of like, it's okay. It's got all the Wonder Woman colors, but like the aesthetic for me personally looks kind of messy. And as a Wonder Woman costume, it doesn't, because all Wonder Woman costumes have a pretty clean aesthetic. Like they just have a couple different shapes, a couple patterns here, a couple colors here, and that's kind of how they look. This one changes up a bit, and I know she's not like, is she Wonder Woman? I think she, yeah. I know she is like a different person, but it just looks kind of average. I'm going to put it in meh, because personally it reminds me of the Injustice one. That's not good. Like I think I see the exact same thing in Damian video, but yeah, I'm just going to put in meh, because just the color and the sort of patterns and stuff going on. It's just a little bit too much for a Wonder Woman costume, I think. So keep it in there. Now this one, I've got no idea, but it's another white costume and it doesn't look like Wonder Woman. So bad. I'm sorry, just doesn't look like her. I'm not saying the costume's bad, it just doesn't look like Wonder Woman, so it's going to get a bad. Now this one here looks like, I think it's Wonder Woman, was it Warrior of Peace? I think it's from that series, and it's basically just a comic book version of Gal Gadot's costume. Looks cool. I think this is the more like, this is basically Wonder Woman's commonly known costume at the moment. It looks cool. Nothing awesome about it, nothing bad about it. It's just solid Wonder Woman costume. Yeah. Next one, this is from the Injustice Gods Among Us game. It's okay. It's kind of a mix of this one here, and I guess it has little bits from this one here with the armor and everything. It looks okay, but then again, I feel like if Diana was going to go into battle, she'd probably have more of like a battle skirt or something. Like, saying that, it's not a bad costume. It's obviously Wonder Woman, but Injustice just doesn't get costumes right. I don't think I'll put it in meh. I think that'd be kind of harsh on it. I mean, I'm personally not a big fan of it, but I'll be kind and I'll put it in good. Anyway, the final one here. I think this is Cassie Sandsmark again. Very basic Wonder Woman costume. The tiara is silver in this one, actually, which usually you don't see a silver tiara. You only see a silver tiara when, like, there is no gold in the costume. But this one has a silver tiara and there is gold in the costume. And, you know, looks like a good Wonder Woman costume. So I'll just put it in good. There's not much else I could really put it, I guess. So I think that's actually it. Ranked all the Wonder Woman costumes here. I found out about this costume, which is really cool. I kind of knew about all the others, unless I said I didn't. And then obviously I didn't know about them. But I know about all of these. So, yeah. And these probably my top 5. Like, if I had to choose a top 5, these would probably be it. So I'm kind of happy with how that came out. And obviously these are all, I think we can all agree these are all pretty bad costumes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot quicker than the Damian one. I mean, I'm not sure how much I'm actually going to have to edit this one, because I, you know, actually had ideas about the costumes and I knew them and everything. So, you know, made more sense. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. Fun tier list. I will probably do more. I mean, there's tons of like costume tier lists on tiermaker.com. So, you know, I might come out with another one doing Batman costumes or something. I think that'd be really, really cool. But there's tons of them, so it might be a longer video. I might have split it in 2 or something. But this is a cool tier list. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you agree with my overall rankings. I think most people will agree with these. Maybe put a couple of these ones in this tier here or something. You know, everyone has their personal preference, but I'm pretty happy with my top 5. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, my kin.